Now, once upon a time, there was a man named Lex. Now, Lex was a blacksmith, and although he smoked too much and he drank too much, he was the finest blacksmith in the 4 counties, and everyone liked him well enough. Now, one day Lex was working in his shop when through the door came a woman, and in one hand she had the leg of a cauldron, and in the other she had a cauldron with only 2 legs. And as soon as Lex saw this woman, he knew that she was a witch. So he got to work reattaching the leg to the cauldron, and when he was done, the witch said that she had no money to pay him. Now, this was no trouble for Lex, because really it took almost no time, and he didn't want the witch changing him to something he had no interest in being. But no, said the witch, no, I'm happy to pay you. I'm just not going to pay you with money. I'm going to give you 3 wishes. What's your first wish? Well, Lex didn't have to think about that one for very long. He said, you know what? People are constantly coming into my shop, and they're always borrowing my tools. So I want you to fix it, so if anyone picks up any of my tools, they can't put them down unless I say so. Done, said the witch. What's your second wish? Well, Lex had to think about that one for a while, and he said, you know what? Sometimes people come to visit me, sometimes they don't stay long enough, and sometimes they stay for too long. I want you to fix it, so if anyone sits in any of my chairs, they can't get up unless I say so. Done, said the witch. What's your third wish? Well, Lex had to think about that one for a while, and then he said, you know what? Money is always tight. I don't know where it goes half the time. I want you to fix it, so whenever I put money inside my wallet, it can't come out unless I say so. Done, said the witch. She picked up her cauldron and she walked out. Now, the rest of that year was pretty uneventful for Lex. He still smoked too much and he still drank too much, but he didn't spend nearly as much money on the horses. Until it was the following summer. It was the hottest day in summer, and into Lex's shop walked a man, all dressed in black. Black leather pants with the flames stitched up the side, a black shirt, a black jacket, a black hat with silver skulls. And as soon as Lex saw that man, he knew he was looking at the devil. And the devil came over to Lex, and he said, Lex, I've been waiting a long time for your soul. You're coming with me, and we are going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going. And Lex said, Devil, I am so ready to go with you. Look, I'm just going to put my shop in order before we leave. Hand me that hammer, and I'll put it away. Well, the devil went over, and he picked up the hammer, and as soon as he did, he knew he was in trouble, because try as he might, he could not let this hammer go. He took the other hand, he tried to pry it out of the first hand. Now both hands were stuck. He picked up a foot and tried to push the hammer out of his hands, and now his foot was stuck, and he was hopping around the shop like a fool. Lex, said the devil, help me, I can't let go of this hammer. Oh, I can help you, said Lex, but I want you to promise me I won't see your ugly mug in these parts for a whole year. Anything, said the devil. Well, Lex snapped his fingers, and the hammer fell into the devil's hands. He was so surprised, he tripped over both feet, and he fell out of the shop. And he wasn't seen in those parts for a whole year. But a year to the day, it was the hottest day in summer. It was the hottest day in 10 summers, and into Lex's shop walked a man, all dressed in black. Black leather pants with the flames stitched up the side, the black shirt, the black jacket, the black hat with silver skulls. And as soon as the devil saw Lex, he said, no more tricks. You're coming with me, and we're going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going. And Lex said, Devil, I am so ready to go with you. Listen, I'm going to put my shop in order, have a seat, I'll be right with you. Well, the devil went over and sat in one of the chairs, and as soon as he did, he knew he was in trouble, because try as he might, he could not get out of that chair. He pushed, and he pulled, and he tugged, and it began to hurt in a place I will not describe, until finally he cried out, Lex, help me, I can't get out of this chair. Oh, I can help you, said Lex. But I want you to promise me I won't see your ugly mug in these parts for a whole year. Anything, said the devil. Well, Lex snapped his fingers, and the devil jumped out of that chair. He was so surprised, he tripped over both feet, and he fell out of the shop. And he wasn't seen in those parts for a whole year, but a year to the day. It was the hottest day in summer. It was the hottest day in 100 summers, and into Lex's shop walked a man, all dressed in black. Black leather pants with flames stitched up the side, the black shirt, the black jacket, the black hat with the silver skulls. And as soon as the devil saw Lex, he said, "No more shenanigans, no more delays. You're coming with me, and we are going for a walk, and I think you know where we're going." Well, look, what could Lex do? He dropped what he was working on, and he walked out into the summer sun with the devil. Now, it was so hot on that day, even the devil was sweating. And when Lex saw that, he had an idea. And he said, "Devil, look, I can see you're suffering. Look, I'm not inhuman. I have compassion even for you. Look, I have an idea that'll not only ease your suffering, but it'll cheat an honest man out of a day's pay." "I'm listening," said the devil. Well, Lex said, "Look, you change yourself into 2 shiny dimes, and I will take those dimes and I'll go into that general store. I'll get 2 cream sodas. I'll pay with that money, and then I'll come back out here. You change yourself into moths or flies or something. Come out here. Meet up with me. Change yourself into human form. I will give you 1 cream soda. I'll have the other cream soda, and we'll continue our walk on this beautiful summer's day." "I like the way you think, Lex," said the devil, and he disappeared in a puff of black smoke, and on the ground there were 2 shiny dimes. Well, Lex reached down, he picked up those dimes, and he put them in his wallet. And as soon as he did, the devil knew he was in trouble, because try as he might, he could not get out of that wallet, and he couldn't change himself back into human form. So Lex walked into the blacksmith's shop, and he took that wallet, and he put it on the anvil. He got his favorite hammer, and he let fly with that hammer, and he struck the wallet with all of his strength, and the hammer exploded, and it knocked Lex back 10 feet. Well, he wasn't going to give up. He went over and he picked up a sledgehammer, and he came over to the anvil, and he let fly with that sledgehammer, and he struck the wallet with all of his strength, and the hammer just bounced right off. It went through the ceiling and through the roof, and Lex was tossed back through 2 walls, and he found himself on the street. Well, he got up, he dusted himself off, and he went back into the blacksmith shop, and he got the biggest hammer he could find. He could barely lift this thing over his head, and he went teetering and tottering through the blacksmith shop, aiming for the anvil. He let fly with that hammer, and when it came down and it struck the wallet, the hammer exploded. The blacksmithy blew itself apart. The wallet was reduced to ash, and it mixed in with the ashes from the forge, and it formed a mushroom cloud that covered the world. And everyone in the world, they started breathing in that ash, and suddenly everyone started telling lies. Now, some of those people became bankers, and others became politicians and lawyers, and the rest of them, well, they became storytellers. And that's the story.